In this flashcard, we have a balanced beam, and we're asked to use the principle of moments to calculate the weight W of the monkey in newtons. Now remember that we're using weight here, which is a force due to gravity, and so that's why we're talking about newtons. If it was mass, then we'd be thinking about kilograms. That would be something different. So we're going to use the principle of moments. What does that mean? Let's have a look. So the principle of moments tells us that if an object is balanced, so in this case this seesaw, then the sum of moments, so I'm just going to write this underneath here, so this is the principle of moments, or POM. So the sum of moments going one way, that's the turning force going one way, must be equal to the sum of the turning forces going the other way. So let's talk about the turning forces going anti-clockwise about the pivot. And that's the important point here. We've got the pivot point right there. Okay, so we can say that the sum of, let's go, anti-clockwise moments must equal the sum of clockwise moments about the pivot. So what's a moment? Well, a moment is a turning force, and remember it's given by the equation moment is equal to force times by the perpendicular distance between the force and the pivot. So let's put these numbers in now. So we've got the force times the distance going anti-clockwise. So that's 350 newtons. We don't need to include the units here because they're all in the right units. We don't need to convert. And we're going to multiply that by the perpendicular distance from the force, or the line of action of the force, to the pivot, which is 2 meters, times by 2 meters. Now that must be equal to the turning force going the other way. So that would be W, which is the weight of this monkey, which is unknown, multiplied by 1.5 meters. And we've got an equation which we can solve. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to get 700 is equal to 1.5 W. Divide both sides by 1.5. And we would end up with 466.666, etc., is equal to W. Now, in physics, if you ever get a recurring decimal, please do not use the recurring symbol, the little dot over there, because it doesn't mean anything in physics, because we can only measure to a certain accuracy. So the rule of thumb is to ask yourself, how many significant figures have we got in our starting data? And it looks like we've got 2 significant figures in our starting data. Now I know there's 3 here, but that could be to suit 2 significant figures in this measurement as well. So we should really only give our answer to 2 significant figures. So this rounded to 2 significant figures is 470 newtons. So we can just turn that around and say that W, the weight of the monkey, is 470 newtons, which is about right for the weight of a monkey. I hope that's been of some help. I'll see you in the next flashcard.